All right, so we're just coming off the ACB. I'm here training with Gordon and some of the DDS guys, and as you can see, Gordon looks a little different. We've been training the gi a little bit. We were talking about how his submission defense is super good for most submissions. It's like triangles, arm bars, stuff that works really well. No gi, he's super good at defending, but he's having some trouble with like omoplata stuff. Only because my omoplatas are really good. But I'm going to show some of the variations of omoplatas. I did a reverse omoplata at ACB, but I'm going to show something called a Tarikoplata, which was invented by some guy in the Netherlands or something, one of Espen's friends. I'm not sure who it was, but I learned it from my friend Andres. Super effective and very rare, more rare than the reverse omoplata, which I hit. So the way you do it, you can just go in side control like this. You actually set it up from a Kimura position. You can hit it from almost anywhere, but the most basic way is from a Kimura. So you're in side control, and whenever you're setting up a Kimura in side control, you don't want to telegraph with the wrist grab. If you grab the wrist, people immediately know that the Kimura is coming, and they're going to start to hide their hand or grab their pants or do something annoying to where you can't break the Kimura grip. So it's much better to lead with attacking the elbow. So the open arm, the top arm here is going to be sneaking under the elbow as you're just trying to maintain your side control. So once you get your hand under their elbow here like this, you're going to be able to get the Kimura regardless if you have the wrist control. So I'm here and I'm bringing my hand through. Once you have your hand through, you don't even need to grab the wrist, you just need to connect your hand to your other wrist, to the figure four like this. Now from here, what happens is people start to curl their hand up. They're rarely going to extend their hand away and let you get a Kimura. So this submission is based off that defense. They start to curl their hand in. As you start to sit up, normally they turn on their side and start to mount some sort of defense, right? So to finish the Kimura, usually you step over the head like this and try and rip the Kimura up and out. But in the gi, it's very difficult. Let's turn this way a little Gordon. Oh, you're so fucking good. So I'm probably not going to be able to break his grip just with sheer strength here. I mean, if you can, great, but you don't really want to waste energy. So he's probably gripping something on his pants, his belt, his gi, whatever. So I'm going to get the leverage I need to break the grip without using too much strength by using this leg. And I'm going to adapt this grip here that I have into more of an omoplata position. So all I do is I step my right leg up and over his body, like this. Once I get the crook of my knee to the same spot that this hand is at, I'm releasing this hand completely and just leaving this left arm through, the arm that's at his elbow. I step over and I put my hand onto my thigh. So you can see all that's happened is I've just replaced the figure four grip of my hand onto a figure four grip on my leg itself. And now what's really cool about this is you can fall back and relax. I can just fall to my side like this, and even if he comes up, we're gonna have to turn this way. So the position we fell into is here. So even though he has a really strong grip like this, I now have the power of my whole hamstring to go against just his shoulder and his grip strength. And most of the time you'll find that this is much stronger. So from here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to turn my body as much as I can to be parallel with his body, right? So if right now I'm perpendicular, I want to go to parallel as much as possible. So you can use this foot on the back of his neck, on his shoulder, to help you rotate. And as you can see, it's starting to pull his hand further and further away from his hip the more I rotate, like this. And that's what's giving me leverage on the shoulder. So now it doesn't even matter if he has this grip and maintains it on his gi, you're still getting the leverage you need on the shoulder regardless of his hand being free or not, okay? Now what usually happens is when they start to feel the pressure here, they usually roll to relieve it. When they roll, it's just important that you sit up and put your butt on his chest. You don't want to stay on your side like this, because obviously if I'm rotating this way, that's opening up his shoulder to a more comfortable position. So I want to follow my hips up on top of him here. And all I'm going to do now is turn my knees from this way, facing towards his legs, more towards his head, as I try and sit my hips off his body. And you could probably didn't see, but he tapped there just because of the pressure here. So not only am I using my hamstring and my leg, which is stronger than my right arm for sure, and I have gravity on my side pushing down on the grip on his hand, like this, to finish the submission. You can also do this from bottom. The setup can be difficult though, in like scrambling positions. It would be like if he's trying to pass me, maybe like Cornelius here like this, and I have an opportunity to start attacking a Kimura. So he's here, maybe I free my leg, and I get like a Kimura position here, or even an omoplata, like this. I need to put his hand behind my knee right away, here, and you just let go, and we're in the same position like this. If you're lucky and he doesn't get his grip on his gi like this, you can finish this position super easily just right here, just by extending right? He's gonna have to roll to relieve the pressure, and then you're sitting up with him and turn. And that's the Tarikoplata.